Hey, what up, everybody? It's Antonio checking in, and as you can see, I'm out here on the little trail. This is one of my favorite trails, actually. Little secret location, nobody ever know. But it's like this trail right here, man. I did so much changing and cultivating. Like this is one of my little places of peace. Um, a lot of change happened on this path, man. And this is one of the paths actually that I was walking, or that I'm still walking, as you see I'm on. Like this was when I was like unconsciously, in a sense, practicing semen retention, because there was a lot of times I would go to work, had to be to work at like 5 in the morning. This was years ago, y'all. Probably like 2015, 2014, maybe. But I was going to work at 5 in the morning, coming back, and I was doing like a little construction situation. Getting off work at like, well, I was getting off at like 3, and I would come and run this path. I would get home because I was catching the bus, so I would get home at about like 5-ish, 4-ish, depending on if I caught the bus on time. Then I would dress, come back to this path, and I would run this whole path. It's probably like, this path altogether was like 2 miles. It's just like I had a certain type of energy, and now looking back, that's what it was. Because I remember during that time, I wasn't releasing semen. I wasn't even really having sex for real, like, and I didn't even realize what was going on. But now that I look back, I see, oh dang, that's what it was. But today, I really want to say that, because as I'm walking down this path, it's like it's always a reflective moment. Like I said, this is my place of peace. And being, when you reflect, it's kind of like you standing in front of you, a mirror. That's why I do, in a sense, believe that we are all mirrors for each other. And being that we live in this descriptive world where we describe things using the vocabulary, we know we have been programmed in our subconscious, and we have learned and subconsciously accepted that when a person say mirror, we automatically think of a reflection. You feel me? So we are all mirrors for each other. It's not necessarily saying if I look at you, I'm not gonna literally see me, but I'm going to see me, if you understand that concept. So, and sometimes when you see certain things about yourself you might not like, when you look in the mirror, you might see things like, man, I need to start back working out, or what's that right there? I can change that, or you feel me? You see things that you might not like, and you see things that you do like. So it's about knowing thyself, because it's easy to learn others. That's why you always meet people who say, I'll be around a person in a minute, I can read them, I can learn them. Everybody's so busy trying to read people and understand, when it first starts with self. Because if you know thyself, then it will help you to learn and understand others better. You won't be caught up in that trying to hurry up and know somebody like everybody else. And you will see reflections of you, and that's why we have relationships. Because of relationships, we see reflections. Something about this relationship, we have something in common, because we're constantly around each other, or you feel me, we constantly hang out, or the relationships in your life are reflections of you. And if it's certain relationships in your life, whether it be friendship, intimate relationship, family relationships, co-worker relationship, whatever the situation may be, it's a piece of you in every one of them, and it's a piece of them in you. So if you don't like some relationships, maybe there's certain things about yourself that you need to correct. So relationships do reveal a lot about you. And even me, like being in a relationship, it reveals so much about me. And some of that stuff I don't like, I ain't gonna lie. But that's why you gotta cultivate change. Because you will stay stagnant and it's gonna stunt your growth. It's gonna make you sick, depressed, ill, and then you're gonna wanna play the blame game. But the answer, I was looking at that right there, y'all. That's crazy. Y'all can see that. But the answer really lies within. So be careful when you are in these relationships, because you're gonna see things that you don't like. When it's with your friendship, you're gonna be like, dang, why I hang around these type of people? Or not from a bad way now. I'm just saying, once you start to analyze things and get the concept that, hey, we are all mirrors. So when somebody asks, hey, what do you think about this? Or how am I? What type of person am I? Or just know, in a sense, you are judging yourself too. So it's just on this journey, man. It get real deep. So that's why I just continue to fight for change. And when you start to see yourself in other people, then that's when you cultivate change. And you may have areas in your life that you are able to change like that. It might be a piece of cake to you. It might be a real obstacle for somebody else. So just because it's easy for you doesn't mean that it's going to be easy for the next person. There are areas in my life that I have there's no really hard trial I have to fight to change that part of my life. I can always get that on balance, even if it get off balance. And I have parts of me in my life that I know I'm slow at changing that, but I'm changing. It's just sometimes you have to constantly go through something to get the experience to apply to change. You get what I'm saying? Because you all want to change. We all do. I think we all would want to change. We don't know how to stop going through what we've gone through. And it's because there's still a lesson there that you haven't learned, that you haven't applied. And even still, once you learn that lesson and apply it, your life is not going to change drastically. Because, and when I say drastically, I should take that back. It's not going to change swiftly, because the problem didn't happen in one day, so it's not going to be cured in one day. You have to learn from your failures. We've been conditioned to think from a subconscious standpoint that failure is bad. So when you hear failure, you automatically think loss. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people, when they hear failure, they just automatically think loss. Like, it's over with. But through your failures, that's when you get your answers. Only if you apply them. The answers are the experience. So yes, you're gonna have to fail. It's whether you're on this journey, the semen retention journey, any journey, you're gonna fail. You feel me? But you're gonna get back up and apply, hopefully. Well, not even hopefully, but you should apply. Even if it take you 1,000 times, literally, I'm not even joking, if it take you 1,000 times to get it right, you keep cultivating that change. Because it's not about how fast or who wins the race first. No. It's about being on this journey and cultivating. That's why I keep saying cultivate. I'm not saying this for my health, but in a sense, I am. because me speaking this is speaking positivity and speaking truth. You know, and truth is love. And this is my experience to truth. So just know that we are all reflections of each other. We are really all mirrors. And we have to learn from our failures. You might, like I said, you might grow faster in certain areas of your life. And you're gonna grow slow in some areas of your life. But long as you know in your heart that you are genuinely, sincerely working on change. And real change happens behind closed doors when nobody can see. You can get on this camera and talk all this yada 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 good stuff, but really, are you living it? Are you practicing what you preach? And that's why I honestly made this channel, because it's giving me a sense of to keep cultivating, because it's like now you putting yourself out there, and every time now that I do something, or I ain't gonna lie, I keep this channel in mind, or not necessarily this channel, but the idea of what I'm pushing out there, because it is a true inspiration and a true realness to meet somebody or meet people who really practice what they preach. This sun beaming, so y'all probably ain't gonna see me, but it's all good. Y'all, as long as y'all hear the message, man. So when you meet somebody who practicing what they preach, it don't even have to be at a super high level. Like I say, I'm still learning. So don't look at me like I'm on a high level. But it don't even matter what level I'm on. It's the fact that I'm being real to myself, and I'm being real to those that choose to listen on this platform. And that's just that. So I know I probably said so 1,000 times. So but for real, y'all, man, just keep cultivating and be you and practice what you preach. And if you don't practice it, then don't preach it. You feel me? But some of this stuff you gotta go through it and get the experience to talk about. You can read it all you want, but till you get that experience, you feel me? That's what people feel. People feel that experience, man. You feel me? We all are spiritual creatures, so you can sense when your vibe right with somebody. You can sense when your vibe off. And it may not necessarily be that person. It could be you. Hey, like I said, don't play that blame game. Look in that mirror at you. So that's it, man. I just wanted to chime in. I had that on my mind, and like I said, lately I just been having a lot of things just flowing through, and I just want to document everything, you know, because once you start to really break down and become one, or develop a relationship with your mind and your thoughts, then only then will you can create and work with. So that's why these are just my thoughts. It just so happened I'm recording them, and it so happened it just resonating with people. That's real. It's not for everybody, but for those who see, that's who it's for. Y'all hold it down, man. Peace.